Hello, my beautiful friends. Welcome. Anna, Alchemist of the Arts here, and we're going to be doing a super quick reading where we're asking for urgent messages that you need to hear. So, if there is a problem or a question on your mind, maybe a situation in your life that has been weighing on you, you've been asking for a sign, you've been asking for clarity, for guidance, then please tune into that. Tune into your own God's guides, guardians, angels, ancestors, to spirit, to whoever it is that you associate with, that you identify with, that you connect to, and just ask for the highest and most beneficial messages to come through to help you with your personal situation or for clarity on your. So we have three piles to choose from today. I have literally just drawn a couple of oracle cards. We have three pieces of amethyst just because they are brilliant for psychic protection, but also receiving and intuiting messages. So we're just trying to get the best messages for you we can today, the urgent messages that you need to hear. And whenever you find this reading, it is a timeless reading. Trust that. You might come to it again, so feel free to comment which pile you chose in the comments. And if it ever pops up on your feed again, you'll know it's a sign and there is another message for you. I'm going to do some tarot cards, and I'm also going to do some charms at the end, which we're going to use to look for any specific signs or symbols that can be confirmation to you or might actually act as confirmation to you. And I would also say, be mindful of some of the symbology or the imagery that comes through in the cards, because again, that could very much be relevant for you. So take as long as you need. If you have multiple situations or questions, feel free to choose different piles. You might be drawn to different piles as is, and that's absolutely okay. But just remember as well, not every message that comes through might be for you. So if it doesn't feel right or you don't like it, you don't have to take it. So all of my information is in the drop down box below, including all my official accounts. Please be mindful of those, be mindful of scammers, and I'll see you in your readings. Hello, pile number one. Welcome. If you were drawn to these cards, then this is your reading. So we have the amethyst, as I mentioned in the description in the beginning, in case you skipped it. Amazing crystal for psychic protection and also receiving psychic messages. So we're asking for the urgent messages you need to hear right now. I'm going to be using some tarot cards. Let's get into it. I love this. We have the Two of Fire, which is the Two of Wands, and Awakening. Wow. Okay. Instantly off the bat, you're in a position right now, it feels, where you need to make a different decision. Perhaps you're feeling very guided to take a new path in life. You might actually have a choice between two specific things. And actually, this is relevant for some of you. It's trying to work out how two paths can blend together. In this card specifically, in the symbology on this one, we have the weaving together of their hair. It's plaited or braided together, which I absolutely love because it always indicates to me as another layer that there is always a reason that we walk on particular paths, even though we don't see it sometimes. Things lead into one another, things work together. One thing leads into another, one decision leads into another. And actually, we don't always see how everything will come together, but it will. But I do get it's time for you to make a decision. Now we have the Awakening card here, and interestingly, we have 2 and then 3. This is in the numbers. The Awakening card symbolizes ancient knowledge, memories, and connection. What I'm getting here is that there are answers that already exist inside of you. I think deep down, if you have a specific question about what it is you need to do, you know what you want to do. And the question might be more of, what is it that I feel like I have to do? Or why am I saying no? Or what reasons, what conditions am I giving myself to not do this? It feels like there are conditions being placed upon what it is that you want to do, and they're almost holding you back. But deep down, it feels like you know, and there is almost a sequence here. There is a sense that you can't go too far off your own path. I'm a firm believer that no matter what decisions we make, going back to this braided hair being together, I don't think I articulated it very well a moment ago. I'm a firm believer that sometimes, even when things look like they're not working out for us, or we've gone down a completely seemingly stray path, it's getting us to exactly where we want to be. It's just we had to go around this kind of a roundabout route in order to get there. But on the way, we're learning things, we're realizing things about ourselves. This is vital wisdom, vital knowledge that helps us. So there is purpose. No matter which path you choose, there is purpose. And I get this sense of things being woven together, things coming together, and definitely things happening in sequence. So perhaps for some of you, this is a confirmation. If you've been thinking about starting something new or doing something new, this is a confirmation that there is something, you feel a greater something waiting for you. You feel like there is more waiting for you, or you can see that there is a pathway to get to where you want to be. And this again is confirmation that you're on the right path. However, let's get some tarot. Let's see what other messages come through. And just a reminder that all of the personal readings that I offer, the artwork that I create, everything is over on my Etsy page and my website. They're the only two platforms I currently sell on. And please be mindful of scammers and impersonators. It's not been so much of a problem now. However, it's always best to be vigilant. If anybody reaches out to you for a reading or anything like that, I will never do that. What does Pile 1 need to know, please? Page 1 is definitely something new. It's a new idea, a new wave of inspiration. It could be something that comes to you out of nowhere. And you might have people around you. I'm just going to say this. There might be people that, I don't want to say discourage you. And this isn't to say you shouldn't share your ideas, but some other people might not get these ideas. They might not get your vision. They might not get what you're aiming for or what you're working towards, or have the same level of understanding or belief or excitement about it. And I want to say, don't allow that to deter you. This is your vision. This is your idea. So trust in that and allow yourself to explore the potential of what this could be in your own mind, in your own feeling, in your own senses. And if you want to share that with others, absolutely do that. Or do what feels right to you. But I'm really getting here, this is about a sense of a new decision that you are making for you. And it really feels like trusting in the intuition you've been having. Oh, 10 of Swords. So definitely this new, the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse with the 10 of Swords. So you might feel like for some reason, in a very literal sense, you're coming to the end of a difficult or challenging cycle. But for some of you, you may feel like finances are an issue. And if finances are the issue, or actually for some of you, okay, there's a few different messages. For some of you, it's not the finances aren't the issue. It's that the thing that you've built or the thing that you've been working on. Now, this could be a career. It could be a living situation. It could be a relationship. Whatever it is, there is almost a sense of false security or a false sense of security or something that never really gained the roots that it should have done. You never really got that really grounded sense of security, of abundance, of comfort. The Queen of Pentacles is a very Taurian energy. It's having everything, all your ducks in a row. It's having everything organized. Everything is the way that you like it. And for some of you, there is something that just didn't work out. And I can see that you're being inspired by something new. And you're saying to yourself, okay, let's do it. I'm not doing that anymore. This is too difficult, or this has really lost its fun. It's lost its joy. I've lost my passion for it. I don't want to do that anymore. some clarification for this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. The Ten of Pentacles. Absolutely. This just confirms what I was saying a second ago. What you're really striving for, what you want to build, is a strong, stable foundation. It's where everything comes together. It's the house, it's the kids, it's the dogs, it's, it's the icing on the cake, but all of the cake and the beautiful plate that it's put upon. Okay. And it doesn't have to be literal house, kids, dogs, it is the full package. This is the full package. And instead of looking for bits and pieces now, instead of accepting small amounts of what it is that you want, or accepting the things that you know are not providing this any level of comfort or stability or security. And I think those would be the three words if you are tuning into yourself and asking yourself these questions. What is providing me with comfort, security, and stability? And it's not to say that for some of you, some of these things might be doing that and they completely lack passion. So again, always take it the way in which feels right for you. But for some of you, this feels like the exploration of a brand new passion, whether that's a new career direction or something creative, or a new person potentially. Or if you've been building on something for a very long time that actually hasn't worked out, you could be deciding to go, okay, enough. I'm going to do something else. I'm going to pursue my own happiness. Some of you could definitely have been investing a lot in other people's well-being, in other people's businesses, and you've been gaining skills, but it hasn't quite given you the foundation or the roots that you thought that you needed, that you would have expected. And whichever way, something new is lighting you up. Something new has sparked your interest. And it's like you're going to move forwards. And this could definitely be a new person. And for some of you, it's a choice between two people. And for some of you, if this is related to love, I haven't mentioned love actually. So if it is, you might have switched off already. But for some of you, you could have a few different situations. But if this is connected to love, there could be a person from the past that you wanted to invest in to build this future, and it's just kind of never happened. Okay. And then you decide that you're not going to do this anymore, or you want something different. And then you have a choice because something new and that catches your interest comes into your world. And again, that could be job, that could be love, that could be all kinds of things. And I'm really getting a house move for some of you. Okay, we've got the Page of Pentacles in the reverse now, the Hermit and the Moon. Okay, so with the Hermit and the Moon coming out together like that, that's really big energy of self-inquiry. You know, the Moon and the Hermit in these two cards, the heads are in the same position. You know, they're bowed down. They're deep in thought. They're reflecting. They're asking questions. They're looking within for answers. The Moon can talk about things that haven't come to light yet. Secrets, potentially. For some of you, you might actually be finding out a secret, and that kind of forces your hand. So for some of you, maybe somebody else has been acting in a way that isn't, what will be the word? They've been saying something to you and they've been acting in a very opposite way behind your back. For some of you, there could be a sale of a business or a wave of redundancies that perhaps you've just become aware of. And the whole time, nobody has made this, you haven't been made aware of this. And so you could be feeling quite betrayed on some level, but I'm definitely guessing there has been some sort of stalled communication here with the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. And with the Hermit as well, you're being asked to look within you now for what it is that you really want to do. And that brings us straight back to this Two of Fire. This lands on you. This lands on you as to what you want, as to what makes you feel happy. What do you want to do? It is no one else's life. This Ten of Pentacles is whatever you want to make of it. But like two more cards. We've got one that's turned over. Yes. And that was hidden. That was the Five of Cups, and that was kind of hidden. And that's almost saying to me the way that that was kind of hidden in the deck. I just saw it as I went to shuffle then. There's something that you don't want to look at. It's almost like there's a disappointment that you're hiding from yourself, or you just don't want to focus on. Now, for some of you, this is a message of don't focus on the disappointment. There are no losses. There's still two cups behind you. And actually, the Two of Cups is like, it's destined. It's something far greater. So there is this sense of, okay, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and look at these two cups behind you. So for some of you, you just might not have wanting. Some of you, this is a different kind of a scenario where you haven't wanted to accept something that hasn't worked out, or accept that something hasn't been working. And that actually could be quite a difficult process for you. And if that is the case, honor your process. And, there is no rush with this. Whenever you're finding this reading is the time at which you're meant to hear it. But your journey is your own. Your process is your own. And this will unfold in the fullness of time for you when you're ready. And when you make decisions and you're ready to take action, that's up to you. There's no wrong. Let's get one more card, please. Oh, yes. The brand new beginning that you've been waiting for. And I get this feeling, like the strong feeling I got with this Page of Wands was that there was just something that you've been daydreaming about, something that you've been thinking about or putting off as a tomorrow dream. Just, if all the conditions were right, this is what I would do. Whereas actually, the time is right when you're ready. That's the message that's coming through. When you are ready, you will take that leap. And for some of you, that could be like a now thing. You could be in the position right now where you're making a decision, or you've got to make a decision, and you're like, I'm going to go now. And for others of you, this is the very beginnings of that process of deciding to make a very big life change. And the Fool is here as a promise that when you're ready to move forwards, you'll move. Okay, let's get the bottom of the deck as well. Yeah, the Queen of Swords. Use your judgment. It's interesting that she's come through. I would definitely tune into your judgment, tune into your inner wisdom. But also, the Queen of Swords, she'll make the tough decisions that she needs to make. And maybe because she's on the bottom of the deck, that could be something that you've been resisting. Maybe you don't want to look like the big bad bee, making some tough decisions. And again, because we had this worry about what other people might think, maybe there is a concern about what other people might think. But ultimately, you are the person living your life. When you wake up in the morning, you are the one that has to function. You are the one that feels your emotions. And people's expectations of you are their own concern. Realistically, yes, we all have responsibilities and we have duties to some extent. But to be the highest version and expression of ourselves, we have to be able to make the tough decisions to put us on our right path, to build the strong foundation for ourselves. Because anything else will likely at some point crumble. The Two of Swords. It just feels like you're probably here because you've been having some difficulty making a decision, or you're not exactly sure which. I think you know which decision you need to make. I just don't think you want to make it. If I'm honest with you, that's not a roast one. And there could be things holding you back, or you could feel like there are situations or things that are holding you back. But the Queen of Swords is coming through as an energy that you can embrace, along with the Hermit and the Moon, to seek within, to have a time where you ask yourself what you want and what you need, so that you can make your decisions and move forwards the way that you need to. Okay, we're going to get some charms, and we're going to ask for these to be the signs and symbols that can help act as confirmation for you on your path, on your journey as you move forwards. No, I don't like doing this. My right hand, sorry. Let's see what comes through. Okay, we have a key. Absolutely. And you've got 3 aces. That's super interesting. Okay, so you've got 2 ace of diamonds. I'm trying to remember the exact correlation between what is what. Now, where is it? There it is. So hearts of cups. I think the diamonds are wands. And spades. Yeah. So the diamonds would be wands. So you've got 2 ace of wands here and the ace of cups. So you've got 3 aces. Definite energy for new beginnings, but also, playing cards. Again, I'm not going to advocate any practices that are potentially unhealthy, but maybe there is some sort of message that comes through with a casino or something of that nature, or you see a deck of playing cards, it could be tarot cards, that may act as a sign for you. OMG. So perhaps this might just pop up, the phrase, somebody might make some sort of decision and it's like, OMG, but it's in a heart. Follow your heart, pile number 1. And we've got the planet here. So yeah, it's a ring planet. So this is giving me big Saturn vibes. Tune into what is driving you. What is your masculine energy wanting you to do? Regardless of gender, you have your own masculine energy and feminine energy within you. So tune in and ask yourself what it is, that action that you want to take. You could do anything. If there was no restrictions, ask yourself what action you would take. I'm just trying to see. This is 1983, this pound coin. That's insane. So this is from 1983. And it's also an old pound coin now. So this is old money. So that might have some relevance for you. Just the idea of old money, purple butterfly. I think any kind of butterflies, because they're symbols of transformation. We've got the unicorn here. Again, this is a unicorn running. Believe and chase your dreams. We've got some selenite, so definitely cleanse your energy. And I'm actually guessing, like, have a cleansing energy bath if that's something that you like to do. We have another tarot card. So this is the sun in the tarot. So you might see this somewhere. You might see any of these symbols somewhere, and it just reminds you you're on the right track. Or it could be a very specific moment that acts as some sort of anchor point for you. But the sun is all about positive energy, a return to our joy, to our happiness, to our bliss. We have a chain here, and this is a looped chain that cannot be undone. So you could feel like there is something weighing you down. But again, I would say to look at the things that have become to feel like chains in your life, that feel like they're holding you back. We have the number 6. And again, so either a dice or the number 6 could be relevant for you. We have a cross. This is a Christian cross. So maybe that has relevance for you depending on your faith. We have the peace symbol. I love this. Again, could be something that you see, something you see out and about, or something somebody says to you. Have a beautiful, is it red or is it purple? It's pink. It's like a magenta pink bow, and it's sparkly. So a sparkly bow just reminds me of quite decadent, playful energy, but it is magenta pink. And then we have a rune, the Turisas rune. So definitely tuning into that masculine energy. Now, this is the masculine energy of taking action. So call into your own inner masculine, where you want to take action. Also, the God Thor, if that is something that you would like to explore. But I will leave those signs and symbols there for you. Pile number 1. I hope this reading assisted you. If you would like to check out my other work, my artwork, the other things that I'm up to, feel free. Everything's over on my Instagram, which is also below. And I will see you in the next reading. Thanks for spending your time. Lots of love. Bye-bye. Hi there, pile number 2. If you were drawn to these cards and this piece of amethyst, then this is your reading. If you skipped the intro, then I chose amethyst today for all of the piles because it is amazing for psychic protection, but also receiving psychic messages. So we're going to tune into your gods, guides, guardians, angels, ancestors, and ask them for the best guidance that they can pull through right now to help you with the questions or situation on your mind. Let's get into it. So we have the Ace of Water in the reverse and the third eye portal. Okay, instant messages to look beyond the immediate circumstances. It feels very much like a situation could have hurt your heart. This could be connected to love. You might have been expecting or hoping for a new start in something. And there is, with the third eye chakra here, there is, perhaps you've been feeling confused. Perhaps things haven't felt right. Perhaps you've been looking for answers. Again, probably while you're here watching this reading. But there's also this sense of looking within yourself, tuning in and seeing a higher perspective. Now, for some, I really am getting this sense of disappointment with a love situation, but it doesn't just have to be a romantic relationship. It could be with anybody that you love or you have a deeply loving relationship with, whether this is a friend, a family member, a child for some. But it could also certainly be romantic love. It feels like there has been some sort of disappointment, something that you felt was going to start just hasn't come to be or hasn't gone the way that you expected. And we are going to tune in and get the messages for you and get some greater guidance and clarity. But I do strongly feel like there's just something that really hasn't gone to plan and it's caused you a sense of grief or loss. It's hurt your heart in some way for sure. Okay, let's see what is going to come through for you. Okay. Wow. Straight off the bat, I'm just going to say it as I see it. For some of you, you could be hoping or could have been hoping that somebody was going to leave somebody else and they didn't. Okay, if this is to do with love, you were hoping somebody was going to choose you and actually they didn't. Maybe they chose somebody else. Now, this could also be connected to a job. It could also be connected to just another situation. We have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Again, that's twice. I don't typically, this deck, we've got the Two of Cups on the bottom. This deck is only in the upright, but these cards are so small. It is my liveliest deck. It's one of my favorites to use for readings for that reason. When they flip and when they spin, I take that. What I'm getting here is a few different things. Now, there is a reason that this situation hasn't come to pass right now. For some of you, I'm really strongly getting you didn't want to be. If this is to do with a relationship and in that relationship there was a third party, you might have been the third party and you were hoping that they were going to choose you and they didn't choose you. I'm really strongly getting that this was for a good reason. This would not have gone well. Okay. And, you know, from a personal perspective as a reader and as a woman, you always deserve to be fully chosen by the person that you love, always. And no settling for anything less than that. However, the heart wants what it wants. And I appreciate that that is a nice thing to think when you're in a strong place. But sometimes when if you're dealing with any kind of rejection or heartache, this could have been really, really difficult for you. And there is a sense of heaviness that has come with it. Now, this doesn't also have to be related to love, as I said. You could have just missed out on something. An opportunity wasn't offered to you, something that you felt was perfect for you, and it just didn't come to you, it didn't go your way. Now, this could really have weighed on your heart. You could have been in a position where you thought this was, done, and then it didn't come to be. And whatever it was didn't come to you. But if this has happened, I feel like you already know this, so we want to get the answers as to why. So why, Spirit? Explain this situation to me further. Okay. They didn't want you rushing into something that wasn't going to grow. Okay. Now, you could have invested time, effort, and energy into this and had not seen much back in return. And what I'm getting here is that this situation almost had to be cut off because there is something better coming forwards for you with the Chariot. Now, the Seven of Pentacles speaks of a blighted crop. It speaks of something that hasn't come to harvest. It didn't grow properly. If you think about farmers in the fields, if they have a really bad season, their crops will not grow. And they've still gone through all of the processes that they have to go through in order to try and get those crops to grow. And it hasn't. And I'm really getting here, you've either invested a lot of energy into it and now something's been cut off, or you've been saved from something that you were going to invest a lot of energy into that wasn't going to give you back anything in return. So this definitely could be a person, or it could have been an investment of time, of energy, of resources that you were going to put forwards to something to help something grow that wasn't going to bring you what you wanted or needed. There is a higher perspective here. There is a higher hand at work, and almost this connection or message from your higher self that there is something better. There is something coming for you, something that's going to be much better, much more successful with the Chariot. The Chariot speaks of victory. It speaks of success. It speaks of fast movement. Let's get some more into the Chariot. Five of Swords. You could have been dealing with somebody that wasn't being straight with you. And actually, more specifically, somebody that triggered particular feelings or trauma responses in you. So say, for example, I know I'm going quite deep into this. Say, for example, you've experienced certain situations from your childhood. We all have our own level of to some extent, different experiences through childhood or through our formative years growing up that changed us, that challenged us. So say, for example, you have a fear of being ignored because of issues with growing up, experiences that you've had growing up. Then when you are dealing with somebody and say that you were ghosted, that opens all of those old wounds. And this can be through, it could be situations that have happened in other relationships or in other opportunities, and something happened. I'm really getting here that there were red flags, and it was more of a feeling. Things reminded you of certain experiences that you'd had, and have almost made you play this cat and mouse game within yourself where you're like, what is going on? Why do I feel like this? Why do I feel so bad? This shouldn't be. I shouldn't be feeling like this, or I really don't like feeling like this. And it feels strongly like spirits kind of moved your hand or move things out of your way so that something better can come along. Yeah, absolutely. What's better and what's coming along is this beautiful opportunity that you might not see yet. And in fact, I know this is really hard to hear sometimes, but this experience, we've got the High Priestess here and the Ace of Swords with the third eye portal, which is the third eye chakra. There is something much, much better waiting for you. And a sense that this process really cemented some sort of lesson for you, some sort of awareness, awakening, something within you that is not going to happen again in your life because of this experience. Because you've been through this disappointment, you are going to grow and shift and change through this. There is a realization, there is a clarity that is coming through to you. And this is about you. This is very much about you. It's seeing what went on in this situation. And for some of you, I mean, it's not a time restricted reading, but I'm filming this and we're just approaching winter in the Northern Hemisphere. Winter could be a very interesting time for you. It could easily be summer as well. I'm just very drawn to the pomegranates on the reverse and thinking of Persephone. So this could be a period, or you could have been over a period of 6 months dealing with this situation, and it could have been really challenging. And it doesn't even have to involve another person, but the way in which you've been viewing yourself or perceiving that everyone else views you. And you're going to have a breakthrough. That is the most important thing I can offer. You are going to have a breakthrough. This huge awareness, awakening that is going to make so much sense to you. And this becomes a pivotal moment in your life. It becomes a line drawn in the sand where you go, okay, yeah, I've had that experience now. I know how this feels. Yeah, I've done this enough times. I'm not going there again. I've learned that lesson. Okay, thank you, universe. Thank you for this experience. Thank you for helping me see this. And you'll be grateful for it, because everything that's on the other side of it is so much better. Let's get one more card for what's on the other side of it, please, Spirit. Didn't really want to give me anything. We got the Two of Swords, and that I'm really getting the way this fell out, and the way this fell out and it fell over here. You still have a choice to make, pole number 2. There are still 2 swords, and you're going to be offered the awareness. What I'm getting is that this experience right now, this is a major life lesson for you. It could relate to your childhood experiences or relationship patterns or self-worth patterns, the way you see yourself. There is a much bigger experience for you here as an individual that you are learning. You could have gone through multiple relationships or situations or experiences like this. Okay? This could be the first time. It's going to be different for everybody. There is awareness. And what I'm getting here, the fact that this Two of Swords came out, sometimes we repeat these experiences. We wash, rinse, repeat on those cycles until we have that breakthrough. And for some, yes, you might go through this cycle a few more times. We always have a choice, but sometimes it literally takes experiencing it from a few different perspectives before we really go, oh, I get it now. So this is saying, this Two of Swords coming out after the question that I asked is literally saying, this decision is on you. And it's not to force a decision, because you are undecided at this present moment. Allow this awareness to come to you. It is going to come to you at the right time. And I think perhaps this reading could be the thing that says, okay, there could be a pattern here. And a pattern that it's ready to break, that you're ready to break in order to move on to the next thing, to something much better, because that better is here. That promise is here. There is some sort of pattern, cycle, things that have been repeating. And when you're ready, when it's the right time, when you've genuinely had that kind of, this is like an initiation. Once you've walked through that fire within yourself, you will break it. You'll come out the other side. And the Four of Swords, yeah. This is not something that you can force. You can, there are other wheels turning, I feel. It's like an energy of not rushing. You don't need to rush. You might feel rushed. You might feel like you want the things that you want right now. But this is a reminder, and I swear this can be one of the most frustrating messages sometimes as an individual to receive. Sometimes we have to allow for the process to unfold around us, because it's teaching us something really, truly vital that changes our entire life. And it's only in the going through of that process, of the walking through it, that that true change and transformation happens. You can know it on a level, you physically change, and you realize that now you are going to say no to these things. Now you do recognize when your trauma is being triggered, all those red flags are being waved in your face, even though there might be somebody, it might be somebody gorgeous or the best opportunity that's waving them. You're just going to go, no, thank you, this isn't me. So this is saying trust your process, trust the higher process here, because this is going to work out for you. We're going to get some charms, and these are going to be signs, symbols, synchronicities that you can look out for that might act as a point of confirmation in a specific moment, or you might just see it and go, oh, I get it. So let's see what comes through. Okay. So we've got the old-fashioned, like 80s boombox here. So it could be retro music, it could be like a retro bar, it could be a song, a specific song that holds relevance for you. It could be a song from the 80s. Okay, so we've got this old lump of steel. It's like rusted steel or something. This is just reminding you that things are born, the greatest things are forged from raw materials. Okay, and this is a reminder, if you're looking at things and thinking there's no way this is ever going to work out, or I have no idea how I'm going to build this thing or to make it happen. Even the strongest things go through the toughest processes in order to forge them. We've got this beautiful little bead here. This instantly reminded me of Murano glass. It's not Murano glass, but Italy could be relevant to you. That's an intuitive message. But I would say definitely it's playful, it's colorful, and it's abstract in design. So maybe an art gallery or like a boutique of some kind. We have a piece of volcanic rock here. So again, I'm getting like the Canary Islands as a place. There is what looks like a little fossil in it, which is beautiful. But I would say the beach, going to the beach, being near the ocean, being near water, could be a big message for you right now. And we've got the pearl as well. So this is, those pearls of wisdom. Pearls of wisdom are hard earned. Okay. And if you're in a really difficult place right now, please trust in these pearls. Trust in the wisdom that you were gaining. I've just noticed this as well. This is my little ball and chain charm. And it's like, mirror image of this. It's just reminding me of the two things. Some things, this is literally speaking to me of karma. Oh, okay, hilarious. Sorry. This is speaking to karma, the things that we feel like. There's a few different messages. Don't see everything as karma that's just because you've done something bad, or don't presume you're being punished. Sometimes these difficult things are literally things that break the chains that free us, and it's the chains of our minds that we have to overcome. I'm also getting the song Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus. So that was quite amusing. So that could be a song that's relevant for you. I might claim that one myself for the next time I hear it. And the Pearl of Wisdom, recognizing the knowledge and the wisdom that you are gaining. We've got this cute little shoe here. This is from a doll. It's giving me Cinderella vibes. Okay. And the message that's coming through is, okay, that there is right people for everybody. And it's giving me a few different messages. Like for some of you, yeah, get your nice shoes on, go out. Get yourself dressed up the way you feel good and go out and have some fun. You had the retro bar, maybe go listen to some music, go and dance. There could absolutely be a cause to celebrate, but maybe just go and celebrate and have some fun. New Year's could be really, really interesting. If you get an invitation to go out for New Year's, I would say accept that. And also, don't feel like you've got to sit around at home waiting for that one to contact you, because there are so many different people that can bring you happiness and fulfillment. I don't believe that there is one person that can do. I think we can have multiple soulmates, romantic soulmates, non-romantic soulmates, all kinds of different people come into our lives. So trust and don't feel like you've got to wait around. We had the wedding car. See, this is my wedding car. Again, I don't know if some of you have got a winter wedding to go to, but these two, it's like a bridal shoe. And like I said, I was getting Cinderella vibes. So maybe for some of you, there is a wedding that you're going to, or this could indicate a wedding. The key, this is vital wisdom. This is unlocking something, healing something. I know that might not be fun, but this is a process. And sometimes we just have to get through it, work through it, and work with it. You've got the half of the best friend's heart. So it could be that somebody has left your life and has left you feeling brokenhearted. Maybe there is a sense of betrayal here. Okay. But honor your feelings. But actually, an old friendship bracelet as well could be vital. We've got my Viking longship. So again, this could be a symbol that you see, anything related to Vikings, to marauders, to pirates, because to go a Viking was to basically go a raiding on a Viking longship. And the final charm for you, pile number 2, is a motorbike. Now this is like a tourer motorbike. So you could be thinking about going on an adventure somewhere. Or maybe, yeah, maybe you know somebody with a bike, somebody older, somebody might inspire you. Maybe somebody has some wisdom for you. Okay, I'm going to leave this here for you, pile number 2. I hope this reading assisted you. Just a reminder, personal readings are available. All of my official links and information is in the description box below. So please feel free to contact me. Thank you so much. Just sending you all my love, and I will see you again next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Pile number 3, welcome. A couple of strange things. I just forgot to bring your cards out and when I started filming again. So there's like a 2-second break where I'm like, oh, because there's no cards on the table. But also, just as that was happening, I had this overwhelming urge when I started the reading to say that you just need to be like, I needed to say I love you and this is going to be okay, whatever is going on. Let's get into it. Let's just get into it. No more messing around. We were drawn to the amethyst today for all of the readings because it's amazing for psychic protection and for receiving messages. Pile number 3, you're typically my really spiritual pile. I think you know that already. Let's go. Okay, you got the journey in the reverse. You got manifestation and you got empowerment. Okay. Trusting in the process, pile number 3. Trusting in the process. Maybe you have lost faith in your own journey. Perhaps you are not seeing the woods for the trees. Perhaps you're feeling like things aren't working out. And there's kind of a similar sort of energy that we had coming through in pile number 2, but in a very different way. I feel like something that you're going through right now is going to lead to your greatest win. And I don't think you see it yet. I feel like it's going to lead to you taking your power back from a situation or really empowering yourself with the empowerment card here. This is also a 13, which reminds me of something ending. You know, this is death energy and transformation. Something could have ended, and this ending could have hit you really, really hard. It could have been something that you didn't want, something you had no control over, maybe something that was actively taken from you. And this might have gone against everything that you've been working on, developing on, maybe trying to manifest. And you're just like, hang on a minute, this was not part of my plan. This was not part of my plan. What is going on? And there is this sense for some of you, you might have felt like you're losing faith or have lost faith in the process. This is a sign to sort of to hold on. Oh, I was just really drawn to the salmon here on this Celtic knot. And in Celtic mythology, salmon relates to wisdom. I'm just going to say that. There is a big symbol there. Let's get some tarot cards for you. And this is just a reminder that this is a collective reading. I do offer personal readings. I create artwork. All of those things are available on my stores, on my Etsy, and on my shop, on my own website store, my shop on there. So please, if you'd like to check anything out, feel free to have a look. All of my links are in the description box below. Two of Pentacles. Okay, a little bit more, please, Spirit, before I make any judgments. Oh, okay, yeah. A lot of uncertainty. I'm getting for some of you, there is this, like, this is not fair. This, like, saying why. This is not fair. This is not how it was supposed to go. You might be feeling quite angry at the universe, just for some of you. But there is the sense of uncertainty, imbalance, wondering why things aren't working out, what you're supposed to be doing, what is going on here. Hello, Spirit. Are you listening to me? That's the vibe that I'm getting. Yeah, with the Eight of Wands in the reverse. And why is this? I love this deck. I only read them. I said I only shuffle them in the upright. But because they're small, I've got quite small hands. It's one of my favorite decks to use, and they spin. These cards jump. They're alive. It was like the first tarot deck I ever bought myself, and they are just alive. You are feeling like things are not going the way that you want them to with this Eight of Wands in reverse. Maybe you think it's not happening fast enough. Maybe you're just unsure that it's happening at all, because you could actively be trying to manifest. And if manifestation isn't something that you perhaps consciously practice, maybe you've just been working towards something, working towards achieving something. And maybe everything seems like it's been going against what it is that you've been working towards. You are going to reach where you need to be, but you're being reminded that the journey is like it's adding the sauce to your experience, and that is flavorful. Perhaps it's a bit spicy sometimes, but you're going to emerge empowered and transformed. We've got this beautiful black butterfly here as well. Definitely, it's the things that transform in darkness. Yes, yes, yes. Knight of Pentacles. Anything else, please? And the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm getting this feeling of maybe you need to reach out. Oh, okay, no, maybe you need to communicate what it is that you want. If you are consciously manifesting, okay, if you are consciously manifesting, and that is a practice that you are doing, you might need to actually say, well, look, this is what I want. But also you could be waiting for literal communication. Now, I would say, put your highest intentions up there, the things that you want, what you want to achieve. And I know you might be saying, I've already done this. Write it down. Write down what it is that you want, your goals, a plan, what it is that you hope to achieve. This is a timeless reading, but we are coming towards the end of 2023 at the time of filming it. So maybe if you're watching this now, write down everything that you want to achieve in 2024. Something that I'm going to do this time is something I've never done before, is writing myself a congratulations letter. All of the things I'm going to achieve. So at the end of 2024, I will read that to myself. And this is it's a way of manifesting, but also setting that inner belief and really visualizing and focusing on what it is that you want to do. Yeah, I'm getting this feeling like you've maybe lost focus on some of these goals, and yeah, there could be a lot of people involved. There could have been a lot of people involved, or lots of people have an opinion. For some of you, You could be dealing with some issues right now, or this is really interesting. This Five of Wands is talking to me about social media, and maybe you're dealing with people on social media, or you're just absorbing a lot of other people's opinions, and you might not be consciously aware that you're absorbing it, but you're energy sensitive, you're a sensitive person, and you're literally taking on their experiences, their thoughts, their feelings, the anger, the hostilities, frustrations, just by reading what it is that they're posting. And that is almost giving you a perception of your own life and your own journey and experiences. And actually, with these two pentacle cards coming out, I would say be really conscious of what it is that you're putting in, and put in what's going to nurture you, what's going to nurture your dreams, and keeping focused on the dream, the goal, whatever it is, because it feels like there is something big that you want to do, something that you want to achieve, something that you want to have. There is a goal here, a prize. I think prize is a better word for some. There is a goal or a prize, something that you wish to claim, and it's there. It's there for you to claim. But instead of focusing energy in this, we need to focus energy on that. So how do we focus energy on that, please? Yes. Anxiety that it's not going to happen, not going to work out. I get that. Got the Knight of Cups, the Nine of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. This is literally saying to me, in the feminine energy sense that all of us have feminine energy regardless of gender or any gender identification. There are so many different ways that something can happen, that things can come to you. Feminine energy allows for things to come in. It allows you to receive. You've got two knights here. You've got the Knight of Cups and you've got the Knight of Wands. Now, both of these knights are positive. They show forwards movements. You've also got the Knight of Pentacles. These two coming out here, though, with the 8 and 9 of Swords, sometimes things don't happen quickly for us, pole number 3. And they don't happen quickly because there is a journey and there is a process. And this process leads to something that is far longer lasting, that builds the strongest foundation. This is like pole number 2 and pole number 1 rolled into one. And this is like another spiritual level. It's like a little bit of those and then your own stuff on top. The journey is vital. You might have lost faith in the process, but the process is showing you things. But there's also certain things that you can't force. If you're consciously manifesting, things are coming to you. You might be worried, you might be anxious, you might not be sleeping. You might think it's never going to happen. And sometimes it's things because things aren't happening fast. But surely you want things to happen in the best way possible, even if that is a little slower. You know, easy come, easy go sometimes. Quickly come, quickly go. Doesn't mean it can't happen fast for you, but really tune in to what this Ace of Cups means to you. Because I'm really getting, you could have an immediate goal. Actually, there is something so much bigger. That goal sits upon something so much more. There is something deeper behind it. And this is Spirit saying to you, think deeper. You've been through some of these experiences and they're really empowering you. And they might not have been fun. You might not have liked it, but it's happening for your best. And there is an element of trusting the process. Hello, pile number 3. Okay, I had to take a pause between filming the next part of your reading, the final part of your reading. And that was just life stuff. I think, though, there is an important sort of theme here of sometimes, you know, there is so much influence from the outside that you lose perspective of your own journey. And I'm really getting the strong feeling that this is a powerful time for you to really consider what it is that you want, these dreams that you have, the direction that you're going, and the things that you want to do. Now, before we do your charms, I'm just going to ask for a couple more cards just to see what we need to know. Just checking I'm got these the right way up. The Ten of Cups. I mean, that's getting everything you ever wanted, right? That's everything coming to fruition. Absolutely everything. The happy ending. It's the ultimate happy ending. Yeah. We're building the ultimate happy ending. And this is the reminder, this is the whole purpose of this reading. This process is as much about the journey. You are having your happy ending, but also for this Ten of Cups, it's finding happiness and joy in the moment, knowing that you're on the journey. And sometimes the journey is tough. Bottom of the deck is Wands. Okay, there's definitely, I feel like something's going to reinvigorate your passion, reinvigorate you in this, a sense of what it is that going to return to. That was a really interesting phrase. Sorry, I was just trying to tune in. The phrase that was coming through was what you're going to return to. So there is every possibility that perhaps you've just paused on something. Perhaps you've taken a pause on something. Perhaps progress has been slower. You haven't been rushing into things. And maybe there's been a good reason for that. Okay, now look, I'm going to get your charms. And these are going to be the signs and symbols that you can look for that are going to act as perhaps confirmation. There might be a specific symbol in here, or there might be something that, you see at a specific time, but there'll be relevance for you, either in the present moment now, or as the energy surrounding this reading unfold, if you'd like to claim them. We will get those. We had something jump out. Interesting. We had the purple heart jump out. So that might be relevant to some of you. That might relate to, I know over in the United States, the Purple Heart is a medal that is awarded, it's an honor that's awarded, but also, so that might be relevant to somebody specific or a person situation, but also the color and the symbol might actually be something that you see. Okay, we have this very squished little bell. I really do feel like something's knocked the wind out of your sails, and you're not word. It's like you're not ringing the same as you used to. Okay, and that could be a little shift in vibration just because you've been dealing with a lot of really difficult circumstances. And I would say, beyond all else, focus on that. Focus on returning to your preferred vibration. Now we have a pink heart. Interesting. So we've got the pink heart and the purple heart. So hearts, that one reminds me a bit of a balloon, maybe heart balloons. Definitely hearts as a symbol could be something that is going to make sense to you when you see it. It's going to feel like your personal sign for manifestation. Okay, we've got the Viking shield here. So I'd say any kind of shield, there are runes on it, and you actually got 3 runes as well. So I would definitely say shield, but I really feel this is talking about defense. And actually, we talked about the amethyst being a stone of psychic protection. It could be a really good one for you to work with. If you feel that anything is trying to come at you, because we have the shield of defense here. Okay, you, so again, focusing on you, focusing on your vibration, the way you're ringing. We've got the treble clef here. So I would definitely, more purple. We've got lots of purple and pink. I would think about music or listen to the music that really makes you feel good, what makes you feel happy, what really shifts your vibration into a good place. Because there is a lot of a feeling here of sound, of energy. We've got the Pearls of Wisdom here. Again, more pink, more reference to balloons. So seriously, balloons might be something for you. And again, I'm reading intuitively. You've really got some similarities to pile number one as well within your charms. We've got Saturn, and again, Judy says there is a big thing of um, feeling energy here. This is focusing on what you can do and what you can't. Just put it up to God, put it up to the gods, your guides, your guardians, angels, your ancestors. Ask for help. The other rooms we have are Hunyo and Yankan. So definitely a time of growth. Go beyond something that hasn't been working out, something that isn't making you happy, hasn't made you happy. You were going to find your way through this. You were in a growth phase at the moment. This is part of the journey. We've got the bulldog clip here, which to me says hold on. You know, sometimes it means you've been the thing holding everything together. Maybe it's time to let go a little bit, but take it as it resonates with you. I love this. Just dream big. Definitely dream big. And this was what was coming through in your reading. I feel like there is a bigger dream at play here. There is something bigger, overarching. There is an overarching dream. You know, maybe you're trying to manifest money, but it's not just about the money. It's about the things that you were doing, offering, sharing, or the things that you were going to do if you had that money, the lifestyle you're going to live, or the places you're going to visit. You know, it's far bigger than just that immediate dream. We've got this little lump of raw rusted iron here, which to me, as I said, with pile one, I think it was pile one, speaks about things being forged. You know, everything starts off as a raw material. It's under heat, it's under pressure. You think of diamonds, or you think of steel forged into, a sword. Things are forged, and that takes heat and it takes a process. You're in the midst of a hugely transformational process. For the balloons, I can't believe that I didn't notice these before, but we've got actual balloons. Okay, so there could be some kind of celebration, but actually, I'm really getting a strong visual of, like a balloon floating off into the sky. Maybe you're going to see a heart-shaped balloon. That's super specific, but really pink, purple balloons, or the pink, blue, white. We've got pink, blue, yellow. Somebody might be having a gender reveal. Yeah, a few different circumstances there for you. Again, we've got the best friends, uh, half a pendant. So there could be somebody that you're separated from, but I would, again, it's another heart, half a heart, a broken heart. But there could be somebody that you're separated from. And I just got the message, it's a hope that you're going to reconnect. There could be somebody that you're hoping to reconnect with. And, or that actually, it could be them that's hoping to reconnect with you. So that's just for some of you. If there is somebody on your mind, it could be a friend, somebody you've just not spoken to in a while. We've got the four-leaf clover here. I love this. This is one of my favorite symbols. I have a collection of four-leaf clovers that I found. I carry them around with me in the back of my phone. I love this, and it's a reminder of two things. Luck is what you make of it, but also you are surrounded by opportunity and positive blessings always. And then the final one for you is the peace symbol. This is a different peace symbol than we had out earlier in I feel like this is telling you to find your inner peace, but again, seek that peace, find that peace, and that might be a symbol that you see. So, pile number three, I'm going to wrap this up for you. I'm asking you we didn't ask me to read for you, but for being here and just listening. And I hope you enjoyed your reading. I hope you enjoyed the charms. If you have any comments, questions, or anything like that, feel free